Hello, my name is Melanie. For those of you who don't know me, I am 26 years old, and today I just want to talk to you about my bald spots. Basically, alopecia areata is when your immune system attacks your hair follicles. They think they're foreigners, so they're fighting. I have the first type of alopecia, which is patchiness. So I have patches of baldness. The biggest they can get is like this big on my head. The biggest it's gotten is that big. But I've never really gotten to share my story on it because this is something that I've dealt with since I was in 2nd grade. My first memory of having alopecia would be when I was in my room with my sister and my cousin, and they wanted to braid my hair. So they parted down the middle, you know, like the pigtail kind of braids where it goes up like this. And they saw like a nickel size of a bald spot. So they told my parents, and I'm assuming this mom took me to the doctors, whatever. They told her that I had alopecia. The doctors say it's incurable. So there isn't any treatment for it. I mean, there is like certain things that you can do that'll make your hair grow a little bit faster, but you're still gonna lose hair. Like I've done creams. I've traveled to Costa Rica and got injections in my head, which really hurt. I would never do that again. And it did work, but I would still get them. Growing up within elementary school, I was fine. It wasn't until middle school and high school when I was like, ooh, this is a little bit embarrassing. And those are the years. I
do not like middle schoolers or high schoolers.
I'm just kidding. They're just jerks, right? When you're at that age, you're just a jerk. Like you go through a phase where you think you're too cool. Anyways, so I've only ever had been bullied once for my alopecia. So this one time we were in class, I think we were taking a test, something, I don't know what the heck we were doing. At that time I had a bald spot again. I had a lot of bald spots, like right in the middle of my part. Like if I were to go like this, it's right here. So I have one right now. We'll go into that in a little bit. Sure enough, she saw it. She passed a note to her best friend, and her best friend passed a note to my friend. So I was walking to, I feel like it was lunch. Honestly, maybe it was after lunch because of this moment. So after lunch, they told me like, hey, like so and so passed this note about you. Like, don't worry, like we got your back and da 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 da. At the time, like I said, my friends didn't even know that this was true. So they just thought that this girl was just spreading rumors. Anyways, I just remember just running to the bathroom stalls. I feel like it's like a movie. Running to the bathroom stalls, crying, calling my mom, like telling her like, oh, they found out, you know. Like I said, this is the first time that anyone has ever known that I had bald spots that I'm aware of. I mean, I never held it against her. I was just kind of like over it because I have my friends that like were awesome and they supported. You know, like for me, this is what it was. I thought like something was like wrong with me, or like I was gross or something, that people would be like, oh my god, you know, like freak out. But like since my friends were kind of like, oh okay, like cool, I was like, oh okay, it's not a big deal. But I was still shy about it. Obviously I wasn't gonna be, oh, okay, well, you know, I'm gonna show the whole world. No, I was still covering them, still like anxious if anyone else was gonna find out, you know, because I would rather have told them myself than them find out and then be awkward and asking questions. I'm very lucky to have the hair that I have. Growing up, I always had hair. My hair was always at least this length all the time. I was able to cover them nicely. I had a good experience. Like no one ever made fun of me except for that one time. I was very lucky, and I know that some people go through their elementary, middle school, high school days like dreading every day, you know, because of something that they have or something that they go through or something like that. So I'm very grateful of the experience that I was able to go through. So I feel for people that have gone through worse situations than I have. You know, I'm not trying to say be sad for me. because I'm over it now. I'm over being shy, being depressed, if you want to say about it. I'm 26 years old and that doesn't faze me anymore. So this will pass. So I was trying different hairstyles. One time I had baldness right here, so I would just clip my hair back, bada bing, bada boo, no one knew. And that wasn't until, so I met my best friend that's currently my best friend today. We actually live together right now with our husbands, funny story. Anyways, I had met my best friend in 8th grade, and she was actually the first person to ever point it out. Thank you, best friend. Because I had one right here. I think that was before I started clipping my hair back. It was because of her that I started clipping my hair back. But I had one right here, so I would put eyeshadow. I don't know. I just grabbed whatever I thought like would cover a bald spot. So I grabbed brown eyeshadow, put it there. Bada bing, I thought it was good. So we were out at lunch one time, and she was like, "Hey,
You have glitter in your hair. Do you have eyeshadow in your hair?
and I was like, "No, what the heck? What are you talking about?" Anyway, so I think from then on, that's when I started clipping my hair back. So yeah, I'm gonna show you some that I can put in video, and the others I would have to just put in insert picture because I don't want to put awkward positions to show. But anyway, so the one that's noticeable first would be like this one. I've had this one for like a year, which is crazy enough because usually my bald spots do grow back within a couple months, and then I'll get a new one. But for some reason, this one and the one I'm about to show you, they like been, and this one I'm gonna show you right now, and this one have like lasted for like almost gonna be 2 years. I'm just like, you know, they usually don't ever last that long, which is crazy because once it grows back, I get a new one, and I've already been getting new ones while these are still not growing. And usually I can feel the hair growing. Like you can't really, I don't know if you can tell, but it's soft. Like there's no hairs that are trying to grow. Usually I can feel like prickles. These don't have any prickles. Yeah. So my next one I have is this one, little baby. This one was actually bigger. It was probably the size of the one that I have on this side, but it's gone smaller. I don't know if I have little hairs growing. Oh yeah, I do. Anyways, then I have a lot on the back of my head. Current state, how I style my hair. Like I said, at this point in my age, I don't really care too much, too much, if it shows or not. Like at work, I'll wear my hair in a ponytail like this, and this will show. Sometimes my bottom ones will show, but I honestly don't care. I don't really look to hide it as much. I mean, I myself am not gonna just walk around like this because I don't like being stared at as it is. So I'm not gonna do that. But if I'm like, if I know it's gonna be windy out, or like, I don't know, if I'm just around people that I'm just not comfortable with too much, I have this little, like, it's like a hair, I didn't bring it. It's a hair temporary spray. So you spray this onto like it's not for bald spots. I just use it for my bald spots. It's for like if you have gray hairs, you spray it and it'll look like your hair color. So instead, I just put it on my actual bald spot, maybe like this much distance, so it's not like because it looks drippy if you put it too close. And yeah, then it just makes it look darker, so that if I go like this, if I go like this on accident, like it will just look dark, so you don't really notice it unless you're looking for it. And I just do those basically on these two because I don't know, I like to flip my hair, as you can see. So that's what I use. Back in the day when I like in 2nd grade, I would use a headband because I had some right here in the front, so I just use a headband to cover it. When I was in middle school, I had one like on the top of my head, so I would just use, at the time I would just use a clip like this. Well, like, see, I can't do that right now, but anyways, so I would use a clip like this and I would clip it, and because it was right there, so it worked for me. Like right now I can't do that anymore. Let's see, I would never wear my hair up because I've always had some where it refrained me from putting my hair up because I personally didn't want to just show all my bald spots. What other hairstyles that I used to do? Like right now, I always have my part on this side of my head because of that one. I would like to do this, but it shows, so I can't put my part on this side. So just like little things that like I on a daily have to like just think about. Like I don't even like worry about it too much. Back when I was younger, whenever I'd get a new bald spot, I would ask my mom to cut my hair. I remember that. I would always ask my mom to cut my hair. I think for me it was like some type of me saying like I control my hair. Like if you're gonna fall off, I'm gonna cut you off first, you know, type of situation. But yeah, I just wanted to go on here and share a little bit about having alopecia, my experience. Like I said, I'm very grateful. Maybe I hadn't said this. I'm very grateful that I have hair on my head to cover them. I know some people are unfortunate and they don't have enough hair to cover their bald spots. I don't think, I know this sounds easy to say than to actually do, but we shouldn't care what anyone thinks about us. I think that's one thing I love about my husband, that he's taught me. Like, he legit does not care about what anyone thinks of him. He can walk out looking ridiculous. I'm just kidding, not ridiculous. I would never let him do that. I'm just kidding, but he would, you know, he's his own person and he likes what he likes and he doesn't care what if you don't like it or not, you know. So that's one thing I'm learning from my husband. We just got married, by the way. That was random. But anyways, I feel like I really sped through this video, but I think because I had already recorded one video and I thought like I said way too much, so I made this video. And it pretty much just sums up everything what I said in the other video. I went into a lot of detail in my other video. Yeah, so I'm just on here. I'm wanting to make this YouTube video, and hopefully I can make more YouTube videos. If there's anyone out there in the world that is even slightly interested in watching more of my videos, subscribe, comment. Just kidding. No, but comment down below if you are interested. If you have any questions for me, any questions you want me to ask in like a new video, or if you want me to go into detail more about hairstyles, because I've had bald spots in like every area of my head. So I can tell you, you know, little tips and tricks, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so I'm really looking forward to making more videos on here.
I sound so excited.
Hope you have a beautiful day.